DJ Chuck T.
Down South Slangin.
As a DJ, you know, a lot of people always ask you, well, what's your motivation? Because, you know, you have DJs who've been doing it from the time they were 9, 10 years old, you know, and they do it for life to, you know, they're 40, 50, 60 years old. You know, the life expectancy of a DJ's career is very long. You know, with rap music, you usually get 4 or 5 albums, if that. You know, but DJing, you know, you can do that forever. You know, with me, I guess it's the thrill of it. You know, I like being able to control the crowd. You know, I like being able to make people move. I love being able to, you know, make people happy if I want to make them happy. I love being able to, you know, make people sad if I want to make them sad. You know, if I'm in the club and I want everybody to fight, I can make them fight. You know what I'm saying? Being a DJ, it's like, you know, you're the Pied Piper. You know, in a lot of instances that's good, a lot of instances that's bad. Somebody asked me the question the other day, you know, who do you listen to? Do you listen to the crowd or do you listen to the club owner or the promoter whenever you're DJing? And really it just, you know, is how you feel at the moment, because you got to remember the promoter is paying you. So if you don't do what he says, naturally they don't want you to play all the crunk music. You know, if you don't do what he says, you're not going to get paid. But then if that's what the crowd wants to hear, you know, you got to play what the crowd wants to hear, or else they're going to be like, oh man, that Chuck T guy, whoever the DJ is, man, he was whack. They're not going to come back. Then the promoter going to fire you anyway, you know, because you get bad reviews from everybody in the club. So, you know, when, you know, like I said, when it comes to me, you know, it just depends on where I'm at, you know, who's paying me and how much I'm getting paid. You know, as far as mixtapes go, my motivation with the mixtapes is really breaking records and giving people a chance to get their music heard, you know, throughout the world. You know, it's you know, the independent artists who come to me and say, oh man, you know, my mom really didn't believe I was a rapper until she was in the store and, you know, she seen my song on one of your CDs, or, you know, I got booked for a show based off of, you know, somebody hearing me on your mixtapes, and, you know, they felt like, you know, I could open up for this artist, or, you know, hold down the stage on my own, you know, because my music was just so hot. Or even further, you know, I have some artists who actually, you know, buy 500, 600, 700 copies of the mixtapes that they're on, and they pump them in the hood, they pump them in the streets, they wholesale them in the stores, they get money off of them. So, you know, as far as the money aspect goes, you know, that's wonderful. That's motivation right there. But I mean, to me, you know, it's one of those situations where you sit back and you look at what other people do for a living, and it's like, man, I really make a living off of making people happy. I enjoy what I do, and I have people who enjoy what I do. So why not keep doing it? You know, some DJs, you know, they do it for the fame. But as we know, you know, who's hot one year may not be hot the next. Some do it for the money. Yes, it can be very lucrative, but you know, at times, you know, you gotta know when to fold. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take those little, you know, gigs that you normally wouldn't, because, you know, it's only paying peanuts, just for the simple fact that, you know, it may be a favor to somebody, or you know, it may not, you know, you may not be able to get what you feel you're worth, I should say, in a certain area. So sometimes the money isn't always there. And if you don't love, I mean, with anything you do, but if you don't love DJing, it's definitely one of those careers where you won't last long. Because, I mean, it has its ups and downs. But, you know, me, I love it. I'm going to do it for as long as I can, you know. My motivation is definitely the fact that, you know, I love what I do. I like what I do. And people love me for loving what I do.